Hi guys, welcome to the Alcohol Nest.
Yes. Hello, alcohol lovers out there.
All you whiskey wonders.
You
Today
naughties.
we will be trying some personal, my favourite. I don't know about yours.
The Peaky Blinders. I've never personally watched the Peaky Blinders. I'm still gonna get to watch it.
And for any of you that haven't either, or you probably clicked on this video because you do, and have came across this, will probably think, well, I might give that a try. And I recommend it, as you can tell we've...
Yes, very muchly. We've enjoyed it from the day we bought it until to this point today. But we are going to bring it to you and let you try it. Well, not you try it, but we tell you what it tastes like.
We're going to...
Our opinion, what it really...
We're going to put you in the mind of us. Put yourself in our shoes right now. We're going to go on a whiskey tasting adventure. So, what we're going to go through is our little steps.
This is a proper whiskey glass taster. You swirl it around by your nose. Well, don't get it up your nose because you'll destroy your nose forever. To taste this pan, you can smell different flavours and what there is in it.
Well, for you, those who are watching who are kind of discouraged by whiskey, we recommend you try this first, as it's a smooth whiskey.
Yes.
And I'm saying this from experience because this, for those who do not know, is it's blended from a small batch, and it's not distilled for a long time, just long enough to get its
bit of flavour.
Yeah, its richness. And these have dated back since 1861. So
The bottle's not that old.
No. Otherwise, I don't think this logo
I don't think the British standard of alcohol of the UK would be at the back. And if you can tell, we're from the UK.
Yes.
I think the packaging is very nice. It's, well, at the moment in time, a lot of people are talking about Peaky Blinders and things like that. And so because we live in the area of where Peaky Blinders is filmed, it's quite a big thing.
Let's just point that out, not far away from the area. We don't want people rushing in through Birmingham trying to find us.
Oh, no.
So, no.
We're from that neck of the woods, in a sense, or from our family neck of the woods.
Right. That's why we didn't really want to take the mick out of the accent that is used there. So we're gonna keep it formal. So we're gonna go through first impressions.
By the smell of the bottle.
From the smell of the bottle, some would say it's some musky smell, but don't let that disencourage you. It's
people think it's woody and things like that. Well, some are. Some are woody smells. Because they are from oak or different types of barrels.
Now, if you're going to go start with whiskey,
that's in the lid.
We recommend you start with something that's considered smooth. Whether it's worth asking your local shops, your local dealers even, if that's what you will call them.
On the nose, it smells caramelly, like a caramel smell.
If that gives the impression of whiskey, or if whiskey gives you that impression...
It hasn't got that really strong Hulk barrel smell.
I know you would have thought it would have, because it's been distilled in 3 separate barrels. But that's actually supposed to give it its smoothness. It runs through finer.
And it smells like nuts. It's got a nutty taste, actually, it has.
And for those nut lovers...
I can't pinpoint what type of nut it really is, but it is. It's got cinnamon in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A bit of nutmeg as well. A very small, Christmassy taste to it. You want to try it? Okay, well, we know what it's like.
We're all aware. I feel like I shouldn't drink much more of this. I haven't had none tonight, so those are thinking that I maybe, as we say, absolutely smashed.
It hits you right at the end, not at the beginning. Like some whiskies can really hit you straight away. This is a nice warming sensation in your system. Now, some whiskies
for the close up,
you can
kind of like a golden.
It is what they call. It's got caramel in it. So it's been distilled cold filtered style. So they have the colour into this really. So it's not a natural coloured whiskey. Do you want to? I haven't got one. I was going to add a drop of water. You add a bit of water to some whiskies, it really opens the flavours up. And long as you leave your whiskey on the side a bit longer, more flavours will develop over time.
People recommend for beginners. I'm helping out the beginners here. Obviously, my partner here, well, partner in disguise, I might as well say, is for the more advanced people who like to know the tastes, the flavours,
the textures.
So as I'm talking, I'm going to help out the beginners out there, as I am a beginner myself. What I recommend you do to get into whiskey, whether you want to get into whiskey, as we go along, as you may know, we're called the alcohol nest. We're not just keen on whiskey. There are many others.
Things we can do.
But I recommend you try it neat, like just as is, as it can be found hard to try new things with it. But if you are discouraged and you want to do this, that and the other, try it with Coke. Try it with lemonade.
Said, you can add a bit of water to it just to open the flavours more. As well, add it with Coke, lemonade.
Some people even like it in coffee.
Yeah, coffee, tea.
People find it harder to drink it when it's cold with ice. I don't understand why. It gives it like
It opens the flavour up like adding a drop of water.
I don't know if it's the right term for it, but it's kind of like the Mandela effect.
Yeah.
So when you try it with ice, it's not so it's giving you a warm feeling from something that's actually cold. It's kind of like me right now talking a bit gibberish, but most people understand me, those who are lovers of whiskey.
And at the cost of this whiskey, it isn't very dear. Personally, it's not expensive for a very good whiskey. I bought this around about £20, and at normal price it's about £26. So really, it's not that dear.
So that would amount to around about $36 US.
Something like that.
Round about that. Just ignore that.
Yeah. I'm just going to put more back in here. I don't know.
Now, for those that do end up trying this with a bit of water, we highly recommend, if you're not wanting to drink it, just pour it away. As if you were to pour it back into the bottle, it can, I guess you could say, contaminate it. Yes.
If I added water to that and tipped it back in the bottle, then it would have, it would have contaminated it and changed the flavours. It's like if you leave the lid open for so long, it will penetrate and change the taste of the whiskey. And at the moment in time, in UK Amazon, it is down to £18 and some, I think, 2 pence.
Yeah, a good few pence.
So American, it'd probably be about $25 at the moment. So grab it. It's still on offer at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Grab it while you can, because it is still nationwide. In our local shops, we can't find it. It's very, very difficult to find. We have found any of the other ones that Sadlers have made, the company that have produced this whiskey. They also do rum. We can get into that if any of you recommend it. As of yet, we haven't found anything else that has really caught our eye.
They do bottles of beer. We can get them quite easily.
Yes, we do actually have one to hand, but we're going to keep that for another episode. Yeah. Because, as you know, the holidays are coming up. Seasonal holidays.
People like to drink. Safely, not too much.
We recommend you don't go too crazy. We wouldn't do anything that you wouldn't do.
It might look like we drunk a lot of this, really.
But that's over a long span of time. We've probably had this bottle for about 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. And at the moment, we've used it about a couple of times to make
our fair share of
cheesecake.
Yeah. Yes.
Whiskey cheesecake. So really, we haven't spent. It hasn't lasted a long time.
I will say, we have tried a cocktail with it. I don't think it was this one. We have tried it tonight with whiskey sour. Now, I don't recommend it. It's quite nice, but I don't think it'd be very nice.
As long as you leave this whiskey, it really does open up.
Now, when we define open up,
I mean the flavours.
The flavours pop up more than the heat. I can't understand. Well, I can understand why people are discouraged by it. Because at first,
it's like the natural yeast in the air. Do different stuff to it.
I can't really describe this in a way of a love and hate. People love it, people hate it. It's kind of like Marmite. Now, if you know what Marmite is, it's
Vegemite.
Vegemite. Much so is like that. It's a love-hate thing. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't love it, you don't love it. But if you love it, you love it. So...
I mean, I like about this bottle as well. It's got a cork.
Yeah, most of traditional whiskies, much like the known brand Jack Daniels, don't actually use a cork. Mainly because they're distilled for that long, they don't really want to add much wood texture to it. Now, something like this, it's been in 3 barrels for a year each. That's 3-year whiskey. It's not the strongest you can get. No, it's not the smoothest you can get
it's
either.
Been cold filtered. When it's cold filtered, the strength goes down. In the UK, 40 is about the limit we are allowed in the UK. I think you can go a little bit higher, but 40 is about the volume of whiskey and certain spirits in this country.
There has been a 45, but I'm unaware if it's actually Irish or bourbon or Scotch. But the differences between them is, I personally think that Irish is smoother, has got a taste to it. I can't say that bourbon doesn't. Bourbon has a nice taste to it. It's for those that more strong-hearted, more people that are, what's the word?
Risk taker?
Guess you could say that. Like I'm for a lamp. Can't think of the word.
Well, just grab it. Grab it at the moment in time because it's at a reasonable price. Even at the full price, take it.
And for a bottle this size,
it's
70 cl.
Yeah, 70 litres. Yeah, it's a bit on the small side.
Well, no, not 70 litres.
Mils.
I don't know the term for it. I would ask Google, our friend here, but
very good. It might set off other people's, didn't they?
Might set off a bloody alarm in the area, saying how bad our accents are. Don't really know how much more I can add to this, really. Apart from, if you do want to check out the actual website, it's most likely just sadlers.com. If you want that spelling, it's right there. For those that are interested in the little blurb, I guess you could say, how it's actually made and the history behind it, it's right there. Now, it's a bit common knowledge that if you're going through your menstrual cycles, this, that and the other, we recommend you don't drink. Oh yeah. Your times of the month. For those
Mother Nature.
Yes. Or if you have histories of alcohol abuse,
don't drink it.
Just, it's not worth the risk.
I mean, we could taste this if we've still got this bottle in 12 months' time, and it might taste different in 12 months' time.
Well, we hope to buy another because of how nice it actually is. We can drop a link down in the description below if you are interested.
It's on eBay.
I believe Amazon. They also have them on Amazon. So
I don't know about eBay, Amazon. I know about.
It will be a UK link for those of you are over the other side of the pond. We'll probably have to convert that. We'll see if we can find a US link.
We'll try.
I'll try my best.
But I think it'd probably be about $25.
Really not that much for an Irish whiskey. We don't find many around in this area. We have found... What's the name? Is it Bell's? They do an Irish whiskey?
Or Bell's does, yeah.
Yeah. And there's been a family member that has a fairly old bottle that we have still to hand, but that's for another...
Very, very special episode.
Yes, a very... Could even be
like Christmas
100th? If we get there?
Never know. 100th video.
High hopes.
Yes.
Because we're starting off strong here with Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, I guess we'll leave
Give
it
us
there.
a vote. Give it a, what you call it? What points?
Well, judging by how much we've drunk over this short span, I guess you could say short span, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Most people probably would have emptied this bottle.
Yeah, definitely. And left it on the shelf. 1 bottle or 2.
But we're... What's the word? we like to taste it. We don't like to gullet it down, buy another bottle.
It is nice in Coke.
Yes.
I'm gonna admit it. Proper Coke, full sugar Coke.
Now, not the white stuff. Coca-Cola. For those people that probably didn't need. Yes. For those people that needed to know that we're not just.
Yes, you could try cheap
alcoholics.
Cheap Coke. I wouldn't recommend using the 17 pence or 17 cents. I don't know if they do any really cheap Coke in America, but in the UK, I wouldn't waste that on a 17 pence bottle of Coke.
Now, if you are going on the other side, if you are going to the other side and trying bourbon, I highly recommend you try it with lemonade. It kind of cuts down the strong taste to it, like the heat.
Would you recommend decent lemonade or middle of the range?
Oh, definitely something like Schweppes.
Oh, Schweppes, proper good one then.
Because I know we tried it with the cheaper stuff, and that was still nice.
I wouldn't go down the 17.
I wouldn't
or
go.
The supermarket's cheaper brand of
possibly
certain drinks for that.
Possibly no more than 50 pence. For lemonade.
I mean, if you go in pubs around here or the UK, cents. And if you ask for, say, Jack Daniels and Coke, 90% of the time you're not going to get Coke. You're going to get Pepsi.
But you'll definitely get your Jack Daniels.
Well,
so
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine by us.
But
there's a little debate about that. I'm not going to get into it, but I prefer Pepsi than Coke in anything like this. But if you're going to get Coke, you get Coke. It's what you ask for.
But there's about two. There is one brand of pub what does Coke in the pumps they do. Is Hungry Horse. They do proper Coke.
I'm not sure
in our local area.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure they're nationwide. They might be.
Yeah, they're all around the country. In the UK. I don't know about around the world. I don't think there would be.
But no, I imagine a lot of people from the local area of Peaky Blinders will be currently watching this right now. So you'll understand what we're currently saying.
You go to Wetherspoons, you're going to get Pepsi.
Yeah. There is a local pub by us. It's the one in Ironbridge. I think they now do Coke from the pump. So...
I know you can pay extra and ask it in a glass bottle, but you're going to pay extra, a lot more. I'm going to say my point before we end.
Shall we do it at the same time?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
8.
I was going to say 7, but it's just...
I think 8. 8, it's still...
This is out of a 10, right? It deserves a strong 8.
I mean, if we say this, it might taste a bit different next year. Or 12 months about now.
You know what? We'll get back to you during the new year, possibly, with this. It might be a new bottle, granted, because the Christmas time's going to be hectic. But yeah, most definitely.
So, I hope you have a nice week or weekend or...
Maybe even holidays if we don't get back
period.
to you. Yeah.
Don't drink too much. If you drink in moderation. And make sure it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Also, don't really know how we're going to end this. It might change over a certain amount of times, but stay safe.
Yeah.
Don't do any things you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
And it's a goodbye from the alcohol nest.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.